Donald Trump has just taken to Truth Social. He has posted another message, this one after waking up in New Jersey after spending part of his time in hospital post the shooting. Thank you to everyone for your thoughts and prayers yesterday. It was God alone who prevented the unthinkable from happening. We will fear not, but remain resilient in our faith and defiance in the face of wickedness. Our love goes out to the other victims and their families. We pray for the recovery of those that have been wounded and hold in our hearts the memory of a citizen who was horribly killed. In this moment, it is more important than ever that we stand united and show our true character as Americans, remaining strong and determined and not allowing evil to win. I truly love our country and I love you all, and I look forward to speaking to our great nation this week in Wisconsin, Donald J. Trump. All right. Chris Kenny and James Morrow, I'm so glad you were the two guys that we've been sharing this hour with to try to get a head around what's been happening. Have I missed anything so far, Chris? What's left to say?
Yeah, I don't think you have, Paul, but there's plenty left to say. Of course, you talked a bit about the massive security failure. The one point I would make is that those Secret Service agents, of course, are desperate to protect Donald Trump. They put themselves in harm's way, putting themselves around the former president in case there was any more gunfire. So I hope we don't get too many conspiracy theories. We're getting them from the right and the left at the moment. This was obviously a failure not to have police on that rooftop that had direct line of sight of the stage, and we'll wait for all those repercussions to play out. The other point is what Donald Trump reacted. You've spoken eloquently about that, so did Joe Hockey, but to me that was all about leadership. Here was a bloke who realised in the moment that he had to first show his enemies and his critics that he wasn't going to bow down, that he wasn't going to be defeated, and he also had to show his supporters, and especially those people at the rally, that he was okay and he was going to fight on. So I thought that was very, very important as well.
Well, wasn't that amazing too, James, when you actually look back at the footage, as everyone has today, the people in the front row don't move. I was hearing interviews with those people saying, no, until we knew he was okay, we weren't going to move. They almost had the mentality of the Secret Service. That is a man who is loved by his supporters, who has a movement, and we all know how that works in the next little while. Again, anything you want to add before we finish up and hand over to the rest of the news tonight?
Yeah, well, Paul, I'll just add a couple of things just on the politics of this. You know, a couple of things have happened. I think that because in America it's not compulsory voting, I think this has galvanized every single Republican and Trump voter to go out and vote for Donald Trump. I think that is a huge advantage the Republicans have. I think Joe Biden, I think any talk of him stepping down for Kamala Harris isn't going to happen now, because I don't think Kamala Harris wants to be the nominee and go into this election that she will almost surely lose now. The Democrats, I think, are toast. And I think that, just in terms of the broader politics here, too, I think that this incident has now taken away any sort of social stigma around saying in the United States, I've spoken to several people about this, that you're a Trump supporter. I think that this is a huge boost of morale for Trump people, and it's a huge blow to the Trump-hating commercial media networks in the U.S., the CNNs, the NBCs, all the others, who have just covered themselves in the opposite of glory today.
Well, it's been amazing to watch them again. The adjectives they choose not to use, the pause with which they got to, the absurdity of CNN referring to it as a fall, and even on some of these sites still, it's Donald Trump says his ear was, come on. Now, this photo, by the way, which is up right now, front page of the New York Times, it challenges the photo that I said at the start was going to be the image. But have a look at that. You can actually see the image of the bullet that has passed his ear. That along with the image that we started the program with, if we can show that again, they become the defining ones of an incredible day.